Hey, fun science video for you. This might be the last one I can make at school for a while. We'll see, but because they're saying I can't come back into my room. But we're gonna try to do one fun one for you for after we get back on our online class after break here. So I got some special stuff here. This is a little bit of potassium. Potassium is so reactive that it actually has to be stored, under oil, which is pretty crazy. But it's so incredibly reactive that we have to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a very small piece of it here. All right, and what we have, I guess you need to see this a little bit better. I need to angle the camera slightly there. So we have a little teeny piece of it here. This is what it kind of looks like. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a small little piece of it, and when we cut it, I can actually cut it. It's soft enough that I can actually cut it with a knife. So I'm cutting a small piece of it. And one of the things I want to do is I want to show you, look at that. Look how high the luster is. It's very shiny. Characteristic, as we know, of all metals is that they're shiny. We learned that right before we left for break. And what I'm going to do real quick is put the rest of that back in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up a couple of smaller pieces for this. If you've done what I've asked you to do, you've watched a couple of videos already on my Google Classroom page. And on my Google Classroom page, you got to see the way lithium reacted, the way sodium reacted. And now what we're going to do is we're going to see how potassium reacts. So all of these alkali metals, as we talked about in our guided notes, are highly reactive, which is pretty cool. They're all very, very, very reactive. By the way, I got my goggles on because these are super, super reactive. Just so you know, the next one down on the periodic table, rubidium, I would not probably do this with rubidium in front of my camera without like a shield here. But for potassium, I can do this. So one of the things you saw with lithium, was that lithium buzzed around the top, but it didn't catch on fire. The next one you saw, sodium, it buzzed around for a little bit, but then it eventually caught on fire. So on this one of the things you might want to do is go back and look at the video and figure out if this one catches on fire faster than the lithium, than the sodium. Because that's something you might want to check. So here we go. Here's the first piece here. Oops, missed. So we'll go ahead and we'll drop that in. And you notice that almost instantaneously, it caught on fire, which is pretty cool and also a little bit scary. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to try to give you a close-up of this. And I don't want to mess up my camera, but I'm going to try to give you a nice close-up of this one when I drop this next piece in. So here we go. Let's watch it. And again, almost immediately. Another thing that's pretty darn cool, if you look at it, is that it's also burning with a characteristic color. All metals give off a characteristic color. So when you think about fireworks, for example, fireworks are different metals burning. They all have a characteristic flame color. So I don't know if you can catch this one or not, but this one, if you look at the color of the flame really carefully, you see an orange, which is always there for a flame, but you'll also see something that looks almost like a pinkish purple. And this is the last little piece of it, so we're gonna go ahead and put it in, maybe. And there we go. That was a nice one. You got a really good view that time of that pink color, which is pretty cool. Isn't science awesome? Hey, we're going to get through this COVID-19 and school closings and the online school. Might not be able to make quite as exciting of videos for all of our times, but I want you to make sure that you keep checking back each day and keep trying to do the things that I'm asking you to do. We'll do our best to still do some science learning, even though we're going to have to be away from school on this online stuff. You have a great day. I hope you had a great spring break. We'll see you later. Bye. Science is fun.